My name's Richard LeMarchand, and I'm an associate professor in the USC Games Program at the University of Southern California. And today I'm showing my game, the Meadow. It's a virtual reality art game, just a short game designed for game festivals. We had a few different design goals. I used to work in the AAA game space. I was the lead or the co-lead game designer on the Uncharted games, and I really love making narrative action games. But for a long time I'd had a hankering to make an art installation piece like this, something that we could show at festivals, a game that really everyone could play. I've wanted to make a virtual reality game for something like 25 years now, so this is the coming true of a long-lived dream for me. And yeah, I just wanted to create a short experience that would lead you on a strange journey to an unknown place. And I think we've achieved that pretty well with this piece. I think that the most important considerations for designing for a VR experience right now are to obviate simulator sickness. It's something that's cropping up as a problem, certainly for traditional kinds of games that approach the VR space. We became very aware of the problem early on, and I'm happy to say that we've done a great job of completely obviating the problem by embracing a simple design constraint. We simply don't move the player around. And I think that this is actually, as VR reaches more and more people, lots more people are going to embrace this constraint. Rather than having you go to the action comes to you. And it works really well in our game. Well, we've used gaze control in this game. You interact with things by looking at them. I think this is part of the new emerging vocabulary of virtual reality. And I think there's loads of interesting stuff to be done here that we're only just beginning to discover. We also wanted to use tactile design, so our game is very feely. It's deliberate that you sit on the floor on this lush rug that kind of looks like a mossy, grassy forest floor. And we're also using a very simple olfactory technology to help set the mood that then is paid off on by the graphics and the audio design. In terms of the relationship between the emerging form of virtual reality and the form of video games, which has been around for a few decades now, I do think there's a strong relationship. I'm really interested in experiential gameplay. I love Dear Esther, I love the Stanley Parable and Proteus, and that even influenced my work at Naughty Dog on the Uncharted series with things like the Peaceful Village sequence in Uncharted 2. Right now we're not really considering the commercial aspect of this venture very much. It's a big game that we have to carry around to festivals. It takes a lot of people to run. But the lessons that I'm learning from building a VR game like this, I do plan to apply to the next game that I make, that I think it'll be easy to recapture some of this experience in a form that I can distribute purely digitally. And I'm thinking outside the box here. I'm wondering how I can use print and play technology, PDFs of materials that you would then use to create a game experience like this in your home. And I'm excited to see what we can do with that.